His biggest accomplishment is he's got the left distracted so much by what he is doing. They're missing some of these accomplishments. The economy is doing well. His challenge going into 2018 is going to connect his reduction of the regulatory burden and the tax reform bill to the fact that the economy is getting strong.
Because he's laid the groundwork by removing these regulations, a lot of Obama-era ones. The economy seems primed right now. This tax cut, you think, could bring it to the next level?
It could. But again, the challenge politically is the president has to connect the dots. He's going to have to sell this and make sure that people understand the economy is doing well because of this.
He said it'll sell itself. We'll see. All right, where do you want to go next?
Well, let's take a look at what happened in the courts. You know, a lot of people were unhappy with both presidential candidates in 2016. Many of them voted for President Trump because of the Supreme Court. Neil Gorsuch was a big win, getting him on the court.
They didn't change the rules to do it.
That's right. And but you know, the Democrats had changed the rules before. This has become a very ugly process to confirm judges. But he's got 12 federal judges. This is going to have a big impact on the Senate races. Can you imagine the president going into West Virginia, where Joe Manchin is going to be trying to keep his seat, and talking about the importance of Republican control to keep on nominating?
Because there could be more Supreme Court nominees. Who wants to say it will be a big deal? Let's go domestic.
Well, domestic policy, the biggest Obamacare repeal, or at least a repeal of the mandate. There are 15 million Americans who say they would drop their Obamacare coverage if they were allowed to. There were 6.5 million.
Now they have that chance.
They have the chance. 6.5 million more paid a fine rather than getting it. They'll be happy. And ultimately, this leads to more innovation in the medical field.
Border crossings way down.
Way down. Again, this is a core promise. Right from the very beginning of his campaign, something President Trump emphasized, something he delivered on.
He still wants to get the wall. That will be 2018, maybe 2019. We'll see. Foreign policy, what do you say?
When you go to foreign policy, the signature move was the most recent signature move was the event with Jerusalem. Something that people had promised for 20 years.
Many presidents, both parties.
Well, Congress passed a law. It was a virtue signaling vote because they knew no president would let it happen. So Donald Trump did it. On the foreign policy side, I think all of these issues, whether you're talking about the Iran nuke deal or anything else, this is going to be a case where as long as nothing disastrous happens in the year, this will not be much of a factor in 2018.
TPP, Democrats are saying this is going to hurt us in terms of our relationship with China, gives China more influence.
Of course they're saying that. And we don't really know what's going to happen. China's influence in the on the U.S. is much bigger than one transaction. They're the world's largest nation. They have a growing economy, and there's going to be a difficult relationship going forward. This is not going to
So going through this whole deal, last question, what's the biggest of all? Is it the tax cut?
I think it's the tax cut and the Obamacare mandate repeal.
All right. Good to see you, Scott.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.